tunnel them.
Hello, hello, and welcome to A Beautiful Disaster this wonderful Tuesday afternoon on chaoticradio.com with Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, and myself, Kat Monroe. We have live in studio 390. Hey, guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for having us.
Right.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
As always, technical. It's chaotic radio. That's why it's called chaotic radio. We have 390 live in studio. Where are you from, guys? Tell us a little bit about where you're from.
Orange County, La Habra, La Mirada, Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I'm from La Mirada. It's a good place. Good place.
That's
Yeah.
that's where we grew up. The three of us all grew up in La Mirada.
So
Ooh,
introduce
there we go. I
yourselves
can hear.
and what you play.
All right. Well, I'm Ron Beaver. I play bass.
Eric Ferguson, I play guitar.
I'm Ron, and I serve these guys beers whenever they want them.
And you're missing your drummer, right?
Yeah, Mr. Mike Dempsey from Huntington.
Where'd he go? What's his excuse?
Oh, some guys have to work in this band.
He's the working. He's the breadwinner.
I'll say this about any band that comes short-handed from now on: call in sick, you fuckers.
Yeah.
Right? What, are you too old? Too fucking responsible now? Call in sick. Just tell them I got fucked up.
Hey.
I got drunk.
We all did.
That's
Right.
that's what we did today. Yeah.
I
Took out a little early.
I get the fuck out of work on a Tuesday. Like, I'm gonna get in bad trouble one day. I had fucking 2 customers waiting to be loaded up. Overtime.
Really? You just walk out like that?
Fuck yeah. I know. I pull my strings and I call people and go, hey, you need to get this, you need to get that. This guy needs loading now. I don't have a driver. Find one. See ya.
And then once you're in your car, you shut the door. You don't think about it anymore.
Just laughing looking in the rearview mirror. It's irresponsible, which is what we are.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's. Yep.
We never grow out
I've
of
seen
that.
your videos, Dutchie. You're plenty irresponsible.
Fuck yeah. 390. You came to the studio, I'm gonna say a year ago?
About a year ago, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
How's things gone in the last year since then?
What?
Well, I guess that was a
Quiet
quiet
today.
fucking year.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Well,
question.
you guys have been doing like a video thing, didn't you? Just start a video, a documentary,
We started a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, yeah.
that we're-
interviewing bands and stuff.
Yeah, trying to kind of unite the punk rock community and get everybody involved. I think Ron's been the most active on this. Why don't you?
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need permission from those two to do anything in this band.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we started off.
You gotta speak on the side of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
he's trying
sir.
to chase the front of
Appreciate it.
He was following it around the fucking room.
He still doesn't know how to sing on a mic.
We only went over this for 5 minutes.
He thought I was fucking with him. He thought I was playing games with him.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Cat, like, she knows how to get it up.
No,
Sometimes. Hey, I've already been accused of sexual harassment.
I
Stop.
saw that on TV. Yeah.
On
Saw it on
TV.
Channel
That's
5
a new
News.
TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're scared to even comment on anything like that.
That's why you guys are so quiet now.
Yeah, everybody's just locked up on that. Don't go there, Dutchie.
I didn't start it. You can blame her old man for that. Apparently, she molested the fuck out of him last night.
Good Lord.
Look at
good
Ron's
Lord.
losing his train of thought over there.
So what's going on with this video, the YouTube thing?
Oh, it's it's our YouTube channel at 390 Band, and we just, like Eric was saying, we interview a lot of bands from the Southern California music scene, and it's
Local bands only?
Well, we'll take any band. I mean, if
touring
if we
bands.
can get Eddie Vedder, we take them. But but yeah, local bands, and just trying to help everybody out, just trying to get as much attention as possible to the scene, kind of just sharing everybody's fan base to bring us all together and kind of get the scene.
That's good. That
moving.
needs to happen more. Yeah. If
Yeah.
everybody did that, it'd be great.
Well,
Yeah.
Ryan Pena does the Black Lung show on a Sunday. And me and him were having a conversation out front a couple of weeks ago. Because when I do my show on a Friday, I just fucking tag 100 people. You can tag 100 people. So I tag 100 people.
Well, you found out the limit?
No, I've known that for a while, right? But apparently if 5 or more untag himself, then you lose privileges of tagging people for,
Oh, no, really?
for 24 hours. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right? So I just say to anyone, if you don't want to be tagged, fucking let me know. Just say, you know what, Dutchie. So anyway, someone popped up, and I won't say who. And I went, what the fuck are you tagging me for? I do a radio show on another radio station. And I'm like, and? He's like, well, why would you do that? I didn't know you did that, brother. You're not as famous as I am. Right? And does it matter? We're not competition. We're all doing the same shit for the same
Yep.
reason. We're doing it for each other, I'm still waiting for someone to invite me to a radio station and interview me, but I guess I pissed too many people off, Kat.
No, it's just that you're so good. Nobody wants to.
That's
you
a
can't,
good
no one
point.
can go to your level.
You are very intimidating.
Yeah.
But
But having said that, 390 Band will interview you for our YouTube channel.
that'd be really cool. Yeah.
You bring the ice.
I'll be like, what?
Kind of like
But
Yes.
so me and Ryan came in on Sunday, and his show was all about, we had Dennis from DMK
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Productions come in, and it's all about Ryan's trying to get it so we're all doing the same productions with the same people from different radio stations. Right? Great idea.
Yep.
Because
The more the merrier. I mean,
fuck
it's
yeah,
true.
get the bands out there, get the names out there,
No, I think a lot of bands think that there's a finite piece of pie, and if you got a piece, the other guy can't have it. No, it's a huge piece of pie, plenty for everybody to eat, and if one person succeeds, awesome.
It's a buffet.
And yes, it's a buffet, and we all can snack on it. And if some band succeeds, then we hope that we can just fall in their coattails.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
I think it takes turns too. Different bands are up at certain times, and then the other bands help lift them, and other bands go up, and it's just like a constant.
And what I notice is
moving.
that because I've reached out to so many bands, they often return the favor.
Yes.
Hey, you guys want to play with us this weekend? Because it's kind of a sharing type of deal. So that's been beneficial for 390.
Musically, 390. You just done the YouTube station. How long has that been up and running?
Probably about 6 months. We took a little hiatus for the holidays. We're going to get things kicking back up at the beginning of the year. A lot of interviews coming up and some other stuff. And then, of course, we did our video. I don't think we did the video when we were last here with
No, I
you.
don't
No, it
think
was
you did.
after
No,
that.
I hit the government video. That went really well.
You have 2 videos, don't you?
We have 2 videos, and we're actually working on 2 more.
Oh, awesome.
So,
what songs?
Well, actually, one of them is going to be, it's kind of a documentary how 390 makes a song. So from the beginning, where Eric has a studio in La Habra, right? And so we'll get together and we'll lay down the basic tracks on his Pro Tools. Just something really generic and basic. And then we'll burn a CD, we'll give it to Ron and Mike, and so we go practice it at home. So when we get to the studio to practice, we all should know the song. And so then we finish it, and then we go to the studio and record it. So this documentary is going to be kind of how the step-by-step how 390 makes it, and it's going to be like a 4-minute video. It's going to be fast moving. So we're doing that, and we have another one we're going to be doing, Pickup Truck. here pretty
That's
soon
another
too.
good song, yep.
So
Yeah, but the you left out the first step. That's you sitting on the toilet strumming your guitar. That's how they all begin, right?
well, actually, I go find myself a ghostwriter who gives me the song, and I don't tell these guys, and I introduce.
And you
it to them.
fine tune it.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you describe how we write a song, that's good in theory, but that's not how it goes. No one takes it home and learns it.
Well, yeah, that's
It
true.
says-
They come to the studio
just
like,
prep-
oh, what
rehearsal,
song?
rehearsal,
How's that one
rehearsal.
go again?
Yeah,
Where do I
know.
put my fingers? Don't tell me notes. Just give me numbers of the frets.
But don't you find that's a lot of bands though? In all seriousness,
That's
it's getting more and more and more. I mean, it's changed over the last, I'm going to say 35 years from when I picked up a guitar in 79.
What do you mean? They all work in the studio, not at home?
No, people are playing, people don't know, especially in our genre, people don't know. Don't tell me, give me an A on the guitar, on a bass guitar.
Oh, you
I'm-
mean like
Give me
that?
a C.
Yeah.
We're playing bass tabs. We're playing a string and a fret number.
Yeah.
Not a letter. We're not playing a C or a C sharp. We're just,
Right.
you know,
Like that? Tabs like you write down like that?
like what?
Like my little number tabs.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
exactly
bass,
what it is. Yeah, exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Chicken
Yeah.
scratch.
I gave up. I couldn't fucking. I mean, my guitarist was telling me, and I've still got it. The front of the Sex Pistols, never mind the Bollocks songbook. In the end, he went, "Fuck this," and he opened the front page up, and he drew fucking 4 strings, and he fucking 5 frets, and there's the fucking notes. I
That's
said,
easy.
No, it's not, because you can say there's an A. I don't know it until I have to stop and look at it. Right? It's much easier. Top string number 7, top string number 9, top string number 11. You know, and then we fuck with it later as players and change it from a top string 11 to a second string 3 or whatever the fuck it is, you know?
6.
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah.
off. It's fucking showing me up. I'm going to get my guitar out.
He
in a
had to.
minute.
He couldn't. He
I
couldn't.
know,
I was
yeah. He's
watching
waiting
that.
for me to fuck it up.
Oh, these two guys are good. They had to dumb down when they got me. So
But your music, the sound of your music is very old school punk style. You know?
Well, not say anything, but we are old.
yeah.
So
Why?
it kind of fits. Yeah.
Songs were written in 1970 what?
The first couple songs that we did were back in early 80s, 80, 81, 82.
And how long has been 390 been together? Is that from a different band or is
That's
that from
from a different
390?
band. Yeah, everything, most of the stuff written now has been written in the last couple of years. Ron's written most of the material off that album. There were 2 songs that made it from the old days.
On the Punk Resurrection album.
Yeah, Pickup
Is
Truck.
that
and
what it's called,
and
Punk
Addicted.
Resurrection?
That's the name of the album, CD, whatever we call them nowadays. Yeah, so Pickup Truck and Addicted were 2 older songs, but all the other ones were brand new. And I think Ron wrote almost all of them.
Now, the past bands, were some of you together in the past bands?
Ron,
what were they
why don't you tell them who you were with in the past? And
Yes, tell us, please, Ron.
Nobody major, but starting really early on, 79 with a band out of La Mirada called the Assassins, and just various bands from there, Soldiers of Fortune. Did a short time with a band with Rick Agnew for a while called Flat Black.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Rick was just at the Dollhead on Saturday, yeah.
saw that photo.
He's such a talent.
Yeah,
that
he's a great guy. He's
Yeah,
a really awesome guy,
it's-
yeah.
it was a short time with him, but just amazing to watch that guy play.
And you probably had a lot of fun playing with him, too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's never a dull moment with Rick. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he's
know, you
great.
don't know what kind of personality he's gonna bring
Which
bring
one?
that day. And and I when I was in the band with the Assassins, we shared a studio with the Adolescents at a place called the Chicken Coop. And I also got to see Rick play with his first band called the Detours.
Okay.
Huge influence on me. That whole Fullerton
That's where some of the sound comes from then. Yeah,
scene.
definitely.
Yeah, well, yeah. We have a lot of that kind of early Orange County
Yeah.
sound. Yeah,
That's the stuff I grew up hearing in friends' backyards and older brothers and sisters' backyards and
Yep.
stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's so infectious. It
Yep.
stuck with me to this day. I can't branch out. Hate
Some-
to say it, but I'm stuck.
That's in your blood.
Yes,
But
exactly.
some of that early stuff is people don't realize it's there. You know, the Detours. I mean, I think it was Adonis introduced me to the Detours
Yeah,
about a year ago. And was Casey the drummer in the Detours as well?
Yes.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah. You know, so that was like the beginning of the adolescence.
Yes.
Right, and here we are 40-something years later. And now these guys are back doing the same shit, right, as the Radolescents, which I think is a great fucking idea.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yep.
Yeah, because you know that album, and I could be wrong. You probably know way more than I do about that. that was probably Rick singing on that album with Casey on the drums on that album. And it wasn't until they were halfway through recording the second album that Rick left the band.
No, you're talking about the Blue album?
Yeah.
No, that's Tony singing.
Is it?
Yes.
And Rick on guitar and Casey on drums?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. The Agnew brothers on the guitar. And Frank is an amazing guitar player, too. You can't take
Oh,
nothing away from
fuck
him. Yeah, I mean, the whole Agnew family's like
Oh, yeah.
blessed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elfie's a scientist.
Yeah, and they're smart on top of it.
I know.
Yeah, not just a regular fucking scientist.
Yeah.
No,
Someone who's like changing the world scientist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
He's amazing.
Don't you find that though about a lot of people in this? You know, I was just telling Kat. I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and one of my friends' names came up, and I say one of my friends, you know, Facebook friend. You don't know the guy. You've never met him, and I go, that fucking name rings a bell. Terry Chimes. You ever heard of Terry Chimes?
No.
He was the original drummer in the Clash.
Oh, wow.
And I went, I'm pretty sure that he was. So I check his name out, and fucking hell, this guy's traveling the world as a speaker in business. He's had the most amazing career in business. And you go back to 76 and read about him then, and he got kicked out of the Clash because he was fucked up and this and that and the other.
Wow.
You know, and it's just the stories of, I guess it's not just ours, right? It's every fucking, done no matter what in life, you know. But here we are, we find ourselves later age in life, still fucking kicking ass and putting out music.
Yeah. And
No
these
reason to
guys,
stop.
were at it from a very early time too. Just a little slightly different genre, but they've been at it since 79, 82.
Was it more metally?
No, we were
Rock and roll?
We were more of a just kind of a K-rock.
Oh, so you were joking when you said new wave.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I mean,
I would call it like a hard edge new wave though. What you guys
Yeah.
were
What
playing.
what bands? What?
We were called the Hard back in the day.
Played a lot of great shows with a lot of good people.
We played with a few bands. We played the Descendants, the Dickies, a few
Oh, those
others.
are good bands. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing that I've never ever done. You know,
What's it called? The hard. We're gonna have to bring it up.
the closest I ever came to a show like that was playing with Stalag 13 and the Angry Samoans.
Boy, hey, that's
You know,
that's
at
good.
M15. Oh, you know what? My band didn't believe it. And I said, this is the most exciting fucking day of my life. And they're like, how the fuck and why? Dude, I've been the guy in that pit for 40 fucking years.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And now people are lining up and buying tickets. Now, maybe not to see us, right? But we're on that fucking stage.
Yep.
Yeah, your time
And
to
it was
shine.
really fucking like different for me. You know, and we fired up and all of a sudden there was a real fucking pit and we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it,
That's a great feeling.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is,
the
yeah.
other side. Yep.
yeah, it's funny. There's a lot of things that when we played the Whiskey for the first time, even though it was pretty much a paper play
Yes,
now.
those are pay to play.
But just to be upstairs, be in the room, and thinking, yeah, Jim Morrison was in here.
Who'd you play with at the whiskey?
I don't even. I think it was a bunch of no-name
Okay,
bands.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But it was kind of a thrill because I go back to, we used to go down the Whiskey in the 79, 80. We'd just go down on Friday night. Didn't matter really who was playing. We'd get off work and just drive down there. And so that was kind of a goal to play the Whiskey.
I'll
Well,
tell you what. You
that's
know,
for a lot of people. That's their goal is the whiskey. and
The whiskey,
Sunset Strip
especially the
places,
whiskey,
the
I mean-
historical places.
you talk, there's the Roxy and there's a bunch of other places. But there's something special about the whiskey, you know, the history of it.
Oh, yeah.
And when you look at the amount of money that people waste in life, right? For four guys to be offered to get on that stage, right? Whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, for four of you to be offered the opportunity to get up there and play, and we were offered the opportunity to play there, and my band didn't want to play, and we were given an opportunity to open for X.
Oh, shit.
Right, and they did 4 nights at the observatory, and the Sunday night we got on the bill, and it was going to cost us $400, and the boys went,
That's
I'd have
it.
paid it myself.
For X, that's an investment right there.
I would have paid the 400
well,
myself.
you get 40 tickets, right, and the cover was 25 or 20 or whatever it be, or you know, it was only going to cost us 10 a ticket. We could have made money off it if 10 people sent 10
For
tickets
F-
each.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up, do it.
Yep.
You know, like you said, you know what? If I had that opportunity again, I would pay it out of my own pocket to have that, to get on that stage. $400. What do I pay $400 for 2 tickets to go and see Queen or fucking David Bowie or whoever it was or would be, or
And you're gaining a
Right.
new audience because you're getting all the other fans that are
you're
there
getting
to see
shit
X.
thrown at you if it's us. You know, who the fuck wants to see a punk cover band opening for X?
Oh,
But,
come on. No, but
next time-
that's an investment. You're getting a new audience. You're getting new fans.
Fuck
you're getting
yeah,
a whole
it is,
new
yeah.
environment. It's $400 is not much for that compared
No.
to other venues. That there are some that charge way more than that. And you're not playing with X.
Yeah, and especially if you get the chance to make some money back.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's was it the Set Blasters? They play at the Whiskey all the time, and they make money back on their tickets because they have a bunch of underage fans, so they sell them all to their underage fans, and they make money back.
Have 390 played at any of those kind of shows with like with the Dickies or the Descendants or bands locally and now?
No.
We have, yeah, we have, I mean, we
I
played
play
with,
with DI and
Play with Angry Samoans.
Samoans, the new version of that.
The later years.
Narcoleptic Youth.
Yeah, no X.
Not yet.
Yeah, no. In
None
fact,
of
I was
the-
talking to the X's manager. I just saw them at the Alex's bar for their secret.
Oh, 2
show.
weeks ago with the crowd.
Yeah, with the crowd. Crowd were good too. It was fun. So I hunted down the manager afterwards. Like, hey, what do we have to do to open for X? So next time you get offered, you turn it down.
Yeah.
Throw our name at them.
Yeah, you know,
like I said, I'll pay the $400
I ain't,
myself.
I ain't turning it down. I'll just join your band.
Yeah,
Great,
you're
come
in.
on.
You'd be a
You're
guest,
in.
a guest musician.
You get
We'll
us
pay- we'll
gigs
pay you
with
a
X.
finder's
Yeah,
fee.
you're in.
Turn the amp down and say, look, he's playing the wrong strings.
Yeah, we'll teach you on fret 5, string 4.
It's funny because my guitar, for some reason it got squashed against the wall somewhere. So it was in the corner. I got it out recently, and one of I don't even know what they're called, the things you turn to tune it.
Tuning knobs.
Yeah, those things. The one on the bottom string was broken off, and they went, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" I said, I've never used the bottom string. Not
Doesn't
once.
matter.
Not fucking
Never.
once. Don't worry about it. In fact, we could break the next one off, and I'd still be good.
Yeah.
Just got to stay in tune. That might be a problem, but
Well, I only use the 2 top ones, so I'm good as long as they're there. Fuck, I'm shit. It's punk rock, you know, and there
Yeah.
are too many. It's changed a lot, right?
yes, it has.
I don't know if it's changed for the better or for the worse, in as much as bands want to be way, way more professional now and put out a more professional sound. Good or bad?
A mixed bag.
Yeah. I appreciate a good recording. I mean,
Sometimes it
yeah.
changes the sound of the band, though.
well, you're disappointed when you go to see them live, I
When
suppose.
they're two, or we've had bands that come in here and they bring us the CD and it's like it doesn't sound like them. I don't like it. They lose the rawness and the edge sometimes.
That's
Right.
390.
I think
Yeah.
I think that's the good and bad. I think it's bad if you go too far and overproduce everything and make sure every note's perfect and you're using Pro Tools and moving stuff around to get it right on the beat and everything. You can really ruin the sound of the music. But at the same time, you hear some of these old recordings that just are crap and it's hard to listen to.
Let's listen to some
So
of your
there's
stuff.
somewhere in between.
So, you know, we're talking about it. Let's listen to some of your stuff from Punk Resurrection. The one I've got lined up is track number 3. I can't read. I've got no glasses on.
I hate the government.
Right?
Yep.
And then we'll talk about playing live, about your sound, because it's pretty, like I said, it's old school. It's there's bands that come in here and
They try and mimic that sound.
well, you can't make it.
You can't, yeah.
You can't. Every band's got their own sound. There's nothing right or wrong about any band's sound. That's for fucking sure. You know, this is just my style. CakeRadio.com.
Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe. We have 390 live in studio, Amoy back there in sound. And give us a call if you want, 909-360-8330.
I hate the government for what they take and what they represent. I hate the government. My money's gone and my honey, she's now dead.
When the normal BS just won't do. ChaoticRadio.com.
Fight is over. It's the end. We turn that opponent oblivion. We want that fruit for each other, but all we got was disorder. Now she sits in her house and cries. It's a nation in demise. You better bow down to what they say. It's gonna be a better day. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? It's not the kind of thing you want to turn you on. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Look out! Here it comes! Oblivion! What an inclusive for each other, but you take down all the others. You want my money for the poor, what you had, all of yours. Now he sits in his house and cries. It's a generation in demise. You better bow down to what they say. This gonna be a better day. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Not the kind of thing you want to turn you on. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Look out! Here it comes! Oblivion! We need a new revolution! A new revolution! We need a new revolution! A new revolution! We need a new revolution! A new revolution! And we need it now! Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Not the kind of thing you want to turn you on. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Look out! Here it comes! Oblivion! Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Not the kind of thing you want to turn you on. Do you wanna be controlled? Do you wanna be controlled? Look out! Here it comes! Oblivion!
ChaoticRadio.com. I don't want to be controlled, and that's 390. Love this band.
Before that, I Hate the Government.
Yep.
You said you guys made a video of that.
Yeah, there's like 2 videos of that, but yeah, there's like one that's like a little movie production thing.
How fun is it doing
Yeah, I
that
like when
fucking-
the drone
doing
hits
that
around
shit?
the head.
Oh, that was a lot of fun doing that. All the neighbors were looking out their doors.
I
and-
wondered about that because you did it in the neighborhood, and she does get hit in the head with the drone. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that is pretty damn funny when that happens.
Yeah, that was at our buddy's house. He actually is a stuntman in Hollywood, and so he's the main actor in the show. His name is Mark Schaefer, and we did it at his house. Took about 8 hours, a lot of fun, and yeah, check it out on YouTube. I Hate the Government. It's actually a good video.
And that-
It's a funny little video.
Interesting story when you mentioned about getting hit in the head with the drone. When we were shooting that scene, the drummer said, "Oh, I thought it was said getting hit in the head by a drunk." So we'd been playing the song for 2 years, and he
your
never,
drummer thought it
yeah, he
said-
never knew that it was
In his own band.
in his own
That's
band.
funny.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's so you could have changed it and added it in there with the drunk.
it works. It works. Yeah.
How much fun is it though? You know, you're not kids, but you must fucking feel like kids all the time you're doing this.
Oh, that's
You
why
know?
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Trying to hold on to that. Yeah.
No, so here's a question: is it trying to hold on to it, or is it just you being you? No, and there's three of you, so it should be three different answers. You know, are you trying to hold on to it, or are you just being you and just going fuck it? I'm loving every second of what I'm doing. Do you ever feel like I shouldn't do this? If you're out in the front yard hitting someone over the head with a drum, filming a video, do you think, fucking hell, what are people going to think of me? I'm too old for this.
Nah,
I don't.
I want to do it till I die. You know, I don't care if 5 people come to watch us play. I do it for fun.
You have a big smile on your face when you talk about that too, so it shows.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Ah, fucking
Play
nothing
music
but.
for fun. Look, you don't get into punk rock for money.
No, not at all.
No,
Never.
No, and
it's a hobby that costs you money.
yeah, I really still feel like I'm 25, and I've never stopped feeling that way. And so only when I walk past a mirror and I look and go, shit, I'm old. Do I realize I'm not 25? But I go to you go to concerts and you're in there with all the people, and then you realize, I bet they're looking at me as, hey, look at that cool old dude over there. He's at the show. But I still, in my mind, I'm not 50, whatever, or 40 or 30.
But
whatever.
watching you
However-
guys
50, whatever. Come on.
watching you guys perform, you still perform like kids.
You're so nice.
I love it. You're one of like I said, I will go out of my way to see you guys as I drove to Riverside a few weeks ago with my son. Yep.
Kat, why don't
That's
you
right.
why don't
Thank
you
you.
book young bands at the Doll Hut?
Book all ages at the Doll Hut.
No, but why don't you book bands with younger people in them? Because it seems that every band that's at the Doll Hut is a bunch of old people.
No, those young, they're not. They're lad. I think it was Sunday. We had a band. They weren't even 21. They had to play and leave. There's a few like that.
Is there
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah.
If you were to say percentages of bands over the age of 40, what kind of percentage of bands do you think that is?
I'd say it's 50-50.
Yeah?
You only go to see the ones that are over the age of 40.
I do. I don't like children. That's why.
That's what you tell them. Fuck off. I don't care.
You know we're kidding with you because we're just fucking with you.
There's a band.
But a serious thing, punk rock in Southern California is we're lucky. We've got a young following. There's a lot of kids who are constantly getting into it. We've had bands in here from the UK, and the one that truly stands out was Special Duties.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
They came in on studio on a Sunday after headlining the main band at the punk festival at the Observatory in the summer. And they come in here and go, we play to 50 people back home. No one, and it's all old, it's 50 old men.
Oh wow.
You know,
Yeah.
we come over here and play to a sold out 12-hour punk festival at the Observatory, where the kids know every word of
It
every
was
song.
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
It's out of control. And they said that the scene over here is so much better than it is over there.
Oh.
Which so I haven't lived there for 26 years, but it does surprise me. You know, you got the Rebellion Festival
Yeah.
that we all travel over to. I've never been, but you know, when I say we, American punks flock over there. Fucking can't get enough of it. You know, so it's just interesting. You know, do you do a lot of all ages show? Do you do a lot of shows or not right now?
No, we do play a lot, but not. God, what have we done? Like 1 or 2 all ages places?
You do backyard. I thought you did some
we-
backyard parties.
The
didn't you?
Inconsiderate Board Shop, that was all ages.
The Moose Lodge, was that all ages? Yeah, they did. They let
Yeah.
those kids in. That's right. That what was that band that brought all those kids in?
1034.
Yeah, they were
which is
great.
a really good band.
Moose
by
Lodge
the way.
where? San Bernardino?
No, out in South Bay. That was.
Yeah, Torrance.
Yeah, there's one out
there
there in
actually is a
Torrance, too.
good scene out there, and there's a lot of good young bands like 1034. Give them a shout out.
I'm writing their name down. so I
Yeah,
can keep
that
an eye on
it's
them.
there's a scene out there, and it's encouraging.
They had a lot of energy, and they brought a lot of people, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, there needs to be more all ages places.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. I think that's why they have Alan Moy back there, our sound guy. He was talking about it because he does a lot of he's in a band and he does a lot of backyard parties and shows and stuff. And the reason they do it is because it's all ages.
And well, you can join in anytime you want, brother.
Yeah.
Don't think because you're Mexican we don't include you.
Touchy.
So now he turned his mic
Well,
on now.
but-
He's like, what the fuck?
But you got a wall right there, so
Oh, that's not nice.
They're on the other side.
And
I'm on the good side.
And apparently, Trump's going to build the wall see-through.
and he's gonna.
That's what I heard. And I'm like, why would you do that? And then I realized it. So we can sit on one side drinking beers laughing at him.
Yeah, and he's gonna make your sound man pay for it.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, I was born in the U.S.
Yeah. You're more American than me.
Yes.
Well, I don't sound American, do I?
Nope. They do not.
Not with your phony accent. No.
I know. Hey, it works. That's all I care about.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com on A Beautiful Disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Pat Monroe. We have Elmoy back there in sound, and we have 390 live in studio.
Were you crazy fuckers as kids, individually? Like, or how long have you known each other and going around the table? You know, going back to...
I was
Yeah,
pretty much the kid that did everything he was told to do. So that's why I've kind of like now. It's
You were
like,
the good kid?
I'm like, I can't stand
I
authority.
wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I totally was, and I think that's probably why I don't like authority. You know,
Were you like that because your parents made you that way and you were kind of scared of your parents, or were you just a nice kid who all of a sudden realized, fuck, I've been too nice all my life? And now
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, parents back then, you know, that's how they raised kids. You know, they put boundaries on you and they disciplined you, and so I mean, I got nothing against my parents; they did a great job, but that's the way things were. You were given rules and you played by those rules, and I think when punk comes around in the late, you know, 76, 77, you know, it just, you know, there's a whole.
How old were you in 77?
Oh, real good. I'll tell you.
Why are we laughing? I mean, that's a really fucking fair question when I got an old band in front of me. Any band in front
First
of me.
of
I was
all, we're
16.
not that old. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
come on.
calling him old.
Okay,
That's
Eric's
Right.
old, but we're not that old. Okay.
I was 16 in 77.
Anyway,
Right, he's
but
older
no,
than me.
there- no,
Fucking hell.
no. I love the question because I do think it does kind of play to the psyche why people believe what they believe today. You know, and I've seen so much shit go down, and I think I was given a good base, you know, to appreciate things, but I look at, you know, things were happening now, an out of control government, and it's like, wow, this ain't good, and let's you know, let's
Governments have
Be-
been out of control forever, for hundreds of years, right?
yeah,
And they
but
go in cycles, right? Yeah, I mean,
it's true. You're right. It has.
You
Governments
know?
have been oppressive throughout the ages, and no doubt about it. But I think now, since we got so much information coming our way, we can speak out about it more.
I think this is probably let's just say the most different government I've ever seen. Most unexpected and different in many, many ways.
And entertaining.
The
It's definitely
entertainment factor
entertaining,
is
yes.
out of control.
My 12-year-old comes up and says, "Mom, did you realize our president's a meme?" I'm going, from a 12-year-old.
I saw on fucking Saturday, sitting by a pool, the fucking Talking Heads version with Donald Trump singing.
What?
I don't
The
know
old-
what that is.
If you haven't seen it, right, pull it up.
Is it on the video?
It's a video, right, of Donald Trump. They've taken the Talking Heads video, and I forget what
The
fucking
one the
song.
same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was, right?
Same as the
And-
whole
and-
arm thing.
And
Perfect.
they put his head on Jim Burns' body,
David
and then they've taken his speeches and taken every single word from that song and cut it so he's actually saying, "That's not my beautiful wife," and all that kind of shit. And it's fucking hilarious. I don't think you couldn't have done it with a president or prime minister of any country ever until this motherfucker came along
Oh, he's the gift that keeps giving. That's for sure.
and taken away.
Yep.
But that should be an explosion for the punk community right now, for bands writing songs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to depart a little bit from that. I think Trump is a symptom, not a cause. I mean, the government's been out of control for a long time, and I don't know why punkers were quiet during the Obama administration. I mean, there was so much abuses going on. They were quiet, you know, and now all of a sudden, you know,
They're
speaking
still
out.
quiet.
Well, yeah,
they're
and
not-
so it's like it doesn't matter whether it's Obama or Trump. A lot of stuff has been going on, okay, and punk's been kind of silent about it, and so that's kind of what inspired our song "I Hate the Government." It just, you know, that you got.
when was
and
that written? And what was there a president involved that was specifically written about?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be bold.
No, it's not bold. I
I
think
couldn't
it's-
I couldn't stand Obama. He was one of the most corrupt presidents ever, because he would. I know that's not probably good for me to say, you know, nowadays, but
It's terrible. I love
I
it.
don't care. But I mean, you know, some of the shit that he did, you know, was just, you know, you had Google sharing millions of emails with his administration, you know, and that whole Snowden thing, and the government, you know, with major corporations, you know, and
If you're a president or a prime minister, and I go that because I'm English, right? You are going to be involved in shady shit. That's what you do, right?
That's the government.
It's government, right?
Yes.
The one who gets to the top of the government normally is the biggest fucking liar that makes you believe he's not, right? This is the first. This was when I watched the debates last year, and again, I try and stay off of it as well, but I do like a good argument now and again, or discussion, I should say. When I watched those debates last year, I for the first time thought, fucking hell, America's in a bad situation here, because if anyone's got a fucking mind, they're not going to vote for any of those fuckers. You wouldn't. Right, there should have been someone more qualified than either of those two, whether you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter for this great country.
Yeah. How do those two rise to the top?
It doesn't. One of them through TV, and one from being the wife of a different president. Right, but it's sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
It makes you want to put your head through a
But
wall.
let's go back to the music side of it, and you go, punk's been quiet about it. I don't remember songs being written about Bill Clinton. I mean, what a fucking opportunity it
You're right. You're right.
To write songs about a president getting blown and having his fucking cum stains all over someone's
There
dress.
are, though. There are, but they're hidden.
Exactly.
Because we didn't have the social media like we have now. Like right now, there's all kinds of Trump songs I'm getting on my Thursday show bands.
You know?
Including, and if you dig, you'll find ones.
D-O-N-L-E-D,
Yeah, that one too.
T-O-U-M-P.
But you'll find other ones like I know there's a Nixon one, there is a Clinton one, but they're all by bands that never had a chance to get heard. But because we didn't have
but
the kind of
also,
outlet.
if you're clever when you write songs, you don't need to name the name of the president.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Right.
writing about a bigger situation.
And that's what I hate the
Right.
government is about.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
I love that song.
Oh, so do I.
it spans any
Any government
administration.
just about, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Dead Kennedys sang about Governor Brown.
Yes, they did.
Do you know, it's a funny thing. When I
He did, didn't he? That's
when,
right.
when I joined my little cover band, and they did that song, and I went, "Wow, they're still writing new songs." And they're like, "What?" I'd never heard California Rebralas. And Jerry Brown was the fucking governor.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I'm like,
It was
they said, "No, they wrote that in 70, whatever."
Yeah.
I don't get it.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fucking true. So it's amazing now that a guy that age can still be doing what he's doing. Liked or hated, it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
You got to give heads up. There's always going to be government, and one side hates them, one side fucking loves them.
Yes.
You
That's
know?
how it works.
I love we can talk about it,
Yeah.
but you're never coming back on the show.
Listen to chaoticradio.com and Beautiful Disaster. We have 390 live in studio. Give us a call 909-360-8330.
One of the things I often say to you, Kat, when we're done is, fucking hell, I love this band's music. We only played 4 songs.
So
Right?
we're gonna play some more music.
Well, I said to you last week, I want to try and get through at least 8 songs of every band that comes on, which is only fucking one song every 15 minutes. Because your music is what is the reason you're in the studio. It's what you're a band, and your bands play music. And when bands play music this good, if it's a band who I play their first 2 songs and don't like it, we talk for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? But your music's fucking great.
It's really
thanks.
good. Yeah. It's,
Right.
And have you seen him live, Dutchie?
I don't know.
No, he
No,
has.
no, he hasn't.
No, he has.
I
You
thought
have to.
I have.
You were at the Doll.
First
Hut
time I
one
met
night.
you was at the Doll Hut.
Yeah,
And you were playing.
A show, yeah. You
Didn't
put
we
on.
play as well?
It was a chaotic radio. I
Yeah, that it
believe,
was, yeah. Okay, yeah, you did play.
fundraiser.
It's a benefit.
You did
yeah.
play then.
Yes,
Dutchie.
we did
Yeah.
play that day.
Part-time
Yeah, I
punchline.
seen it, but you know,
Yeah, we came on stage and you went outside and got a hot dog or something.
Oh, not until you started playing. Once you started playing.
You actually came up and said kind things. Thank you.
Oh,
Seriously, you did.
If he
your
didn't like
music's
it, if he
good.
didn't
You
like
were
it, he wouldn't
smashed,
say
though.
kind
Obviously,
things.
he was fucked up.
Yeah.
But
No,
You
I'll
weren't
tell
an
you what,
angry drunk.
I was fucking standing at the door one day, and I have no problem naming the band, right? Because I don't like their music, but I love them as people, and I think they're fantastic musicians. Was Modern Enemy, right? And they played on a Saturday afternoon, and they're a screamer band, and they rip it out, and they're like, I don't know how a band can play that fucking fast, but play that tight. Right,
Yeah.
and know what they're doing, because to me it's just a wall of sound. And they asked me after, "What do you think?" I went, "Fucking hell, I hated that."
If you don't like it, he'll tell you.
They're like, "What?" I went, "I fucking, there's no way I'd listen to your music. I wouldn't come and see you live. But before you think I'm a fucking dick, as musicians, you guys are fucking amazing. I can't believe you can play that fast and stay that tight and produce what. It's just not my type of music.
there you go.
But-
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean anything bad. I mean, there's people who go, what the fuck? Why did that cover band, and I'm talking about my band sometimes, especially when Casey sings with us, right? Get so much good fucking. Everyone's saying how great you are. They're fucking. It's easy. They're just taking the old school songs. Yeah, is what it is, and I kind of agree with them. It's just everyone's got an opinion, and everyone's own opinion is right, no matter what you say.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
I like that.
It's true.
Kiss ass.
It is true.
KegRadio.com.
What are we going to hear, Dutchie?
We're gonna be riots.
Yeah, yeah.
Line the street like you never seen. Sit back and take a seat. We call the shot, we make the rules. We're the rap that you can't control. Riot! What a bloody mess! Riot! It's not our town. Riot! Cops got no the time for you to discover that you can never live without no hope to give. Now's the time for you to uncover that you are in the grave because you played it safe. All around the world, I see nothing but destruction. All around the world, I see nothing but your face. All around the world, I see nothing but destruction. All around the world, I got no days for this new. Hey, no, hey.
ChaoticRadio.com. That was Destruction by 390, and previously that was Riots. And you said that was about the Ferguson riots, right?
Yeah. It's a Ron Lucker pinned song. Oops,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Ronnie
that
X.
whole thing inspired that song. Yes, I don't know. I saw basically again two sides, the right and the left, you know, take an issue and they just want to exploit it for their agendas, and so that's how that song was inspired.
Politics is a dodgy conversation. It's, you know, because you can argue. Obviously, we all see this side because this is the side we support, and you see that side, and you see that side, and you know. But what blows me away in all politics across the world is our common sense normally doesn't kick in, even when someone of huge power has made the biggest fuck up. That just because you support that side, you know, and that's where I don't see more aggressive punk songs coming from the real bad fuck ups in life, that are huge across the world.
I couldn't agree more. I think there's a huge self-censorship going on. People are afraid to speak their mind because they're afraid to be called something like they're afraid to be called a racist, a homophobe, a xenophobe.
Yeah,
There's
very
too
much
much
so.
name calling.
And they're
these
just
days,
afraid to speak their mind. And punk should be at the forefront. Hey, you know, I remember those old punkers, whether it was Jello Biafra or Henry Rollins. They were not afraid to speak out. But for some reason today, it's like, I don't know, people, like you said, they avoid the conversation.
Me too.
You know.
But good one, Dutchie.
but-
Good one.
But it's funny though. But one thing we do as a band, when we play, we don't want to go up there and preach, okay? Because I don't know, it's just not our style. But we kind of speak more through our music,
Exactly,
You
yeah.
know, and that's cool. But you know, I mean, Ron's seen Jello Biafra several times, and I guess it's just a big sermon. The guy just lectures you and tells you how horrible people are. That's cool. You're gonna get that when you see it, you know. But you know, we're not that way. But we do believe that when asked a question, like we're talking now, speak your mind.
Man, you know
Speak your
what?
mind.
Exactly. And you know what? When you go, I don't know how well this is going to go down. You know, we're on a radio show now talking about music. But you know what? The conversation goes there, then you know what? All of us fucking man up and back up what we actually think as individuals. Now, I did see something similar to what we're talking about now, as a clip on Facebook where they were talking about, there was a news reporter or a host of a show talking to an athlete or former athlete about kneeling for the flag because of the protest, and it ended up in a fucking fist fight. You know,
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
it is, and it's not. There's a lot of passion involved in all politics. We care about what we care about. As individuals, you know, in a professional manner, you should be able to, step back and step away from it. But at the same time, sometimes it goes there. We were talking about politics, and we got, and I'm glad
Mel.
we got Mel Shantz from Unit F is listening to the show.
Mel.
Hi, Mel.
And you talk about a political band, and there am I making a mistake of going, well, there wasn't that too many songs about this, that, and the other. And he's like, oh, fuck yes, there is. You know, that his band's politics, the way that they sing about politics, they don't hide shit straight out. This is our feelings on this, that, and the other. And very fucking to the point. I've said this many times on this show, and I'll say it again and again and again. I've been listening to punk rock music since 1977. Unit F's music is in my top 10 of all-time punk bands.
It has an old school sound and feel
Simple
and
as that.
everything.
Simple as that. Their lyrics are to the point and fucking hard hitting.
then you need to come out January 5th to see them play live.
Yeah, Mel.
Are you guys playing with them?
We're trying to set up a gig. I think we're trying to actually change the date, but right now it's scheduled for January 5th.
Not sure I can do it because on January the 6th, me and Kat are in Ventura.
Oh, that's right. We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So,
But we're trying to actually change the date. We're waiting to hear back from the.
But can Mel hear us right now?
yeah,
if he's
he
listening.
texted
Hey,
me,
Mel.
so he must be listening. Yeah.
So we're going to go to commercial. And now, what a better way of going to commercial than playing another one of your songs?
Yes.
KateRadio.com.
Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe, Elmoy back there in sound, and 390 live in studio till 6 o'clock.
Song's called Anarchist.
Yep. Good song.
Government.
Anarchy.
Anarchy.
And welcome back to A Beautiful Disaster. This is the second half with 390 and Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ. Myself, Cat Monroe, Elmoy back there in sound. Good music, guys. Thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having us.
When do we
Thank
get?
you.
When do we get another CD?
We're actually going to go in the studio and record some songs in January.
Ah, that's
How
good
many?
news.
Are we looking at a full blown 8-10 track CD?
We're going to start with 4 and see how it goes. And you know, it's not like it was before where you go in and record a whole album anymore.
Why?
I just good,
No,
question.
it's-
Good question.
It's like
'cause
we're in
I-
class right now and he's quizzing us.
Yeah, well, it's a good question
Four
because
fucking songs.
because I still buy albums. I buy the whole. If there's a song I like, I go buy the whole CD. I don't go download the one tune. But that's the downloading the one track is kind of where it's gone. I mean,
The truth is, we don't have 10 songs.
they
Yet.
don't have 10.
So this will be an
That would be, that
this
would
will
be
be an
one
EP.
reason. We don't have the money to
EP,
record
right?
10
Mhm.
songs. Yeah, I don't know. There's some different reasons.
But
so.
but another reason is you want to find the right engineer. So we found this guy in Torrance, America Surf and Skate, and you know, we want to try him out. And he's got a good vibe, and he's done bands like Neckbreaker. So we want to check him out. We loved the last guy we were with.
Yeah,
we
if
had
you're listening, Scott.
no issues with him at all. But you know, we want to try something different and somebody a little more in touch with the punk scene.
I got a feeling I got Mel on the phone. I'm not sure if my boy's back in the booth there.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, so let me bring Mel in. Hey, KXRadio.com.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hey, is this Mel?
It's Mel, yes. What are you doing over there, you crazy homosexuals?
That's exactly what we're doing.
We're all here naked.
Yeah, you said you wouldn't say
Oh, my
anything.
God.
You're
Too
missing
much
it, Mel. You're
information.
missing it.
We're trying to stain Monica Lewinsky's dress again.
No, it's funny you brought that up, and I go, wait a minute, we had a line in that song party in the White House. Lewinsky's for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know
So
what? It's how could I do a show like this? It's so fucking cool that you're listening to it because there is no more political band in this area or even fucking around the world that I know than you fuckers.
Well, yeah, somebody's got to do it, and I nominate 390.
We do it quietly
We're
in our
bringing up the
songs.
rear.
You know what? Somebody's got to take the brain damage, you know, that fuck. I mean, somebody's got to pay attention to what's going on. God damn it. Well, like songs about bunnies and fucking bad relationships. And beer.
Beer.
How do you manage? How do any of you manage to have such politically infused songs with such great music? So people listen to it, and I know I told you this, Mel, when you were on the show. I didn't listen to the fucking words at first. I heard the chords, I heard the music, I heard the fucking loudness, and I fucking loved it. Right? It's not until you dive deep a lot of the time you realize the band is political. You know, by that time you've already hooked me, and even if you're talking about the left wing or the right wing and the opposite to what I agree with, I'm like, I fucking love that band. You know, because it starts with being about the music. You know.
Yeah, I think it does, and you didn't ask 390 too. You know, all those guys. I mean, first time I ever heard those guys, I was going, fuck. Come on, I should know these guys. These guys all are playing solid riffs, well played. I think I was at the same show at the Dollhouse. I was going, yeah, but these guys play, and then I'm hearing some lyrics now, and I think I turned to Kat and I said,
That's right,
"They're
you
singing
did.
about stuff, you know." And I go, these guys are good. How come I've never heard of them before?
That's
know?
right. You asked me about him. I forgot about that.
You haven't heard about us because we just came out of the closet, Mel.
That's right. Well, you know, we all gotta do what we gotta do. You know, just reach across the aisle and make a friend.
I like the fact that we're playing their new stuff and it was written in '83.
That's not true.
Only two of us.
Let's bleep that out.
You haven't played either one of those yet, so.
And why you tell me what they are because we will play them.
Well, Pickup Truck is one of them, so.
That's a good song.
Well,
You can play that one.
these guys are talking about a possibility of a gig with you guys on the 5th of January.
Yeah, no, and that I'd love to do it. Whether it's on the same night that T.S. Wells playing at the Observatory. Now, I'd rather not go against that show, but if we have to, we have to, because we're, like Ron was saying, you know, hey, we do what we do. Okay, fine, let's just do it. Let that be what it is. And I, at the end of the day, I want to play with the Whining Pussies. I want to play with 390. I want to play with the Bindles. These are all good.
Oh, that's going to be a solid
local
lineup.
acts,
Those are good bands. The Bindles, I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Danny Wong. He used to be the guitarist. He's playing drums for those guys. He
El
used to
Nada.
play for El Nada.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Danny
that.
Wong,
Oh,
awesome
all right.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of El Nada.
You've heard of El Nada. I play him on my Thursday show all the
Just
time.
fucking with you,
Oh.
Cam. Just fucking.
Well, listen,
that's
hey,
what
Mel,
you're
if
saying too is, when Ron was talking about Jello, yeah, sometimes he starts yapping, kind of like Keith Morris was doing when the Circle Jerks were still playing. But when those guys, Guantanamo Bay School of Medicine, when they launch into the music, into their new songs or their old ones, you're just like, holy fuck.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's what carries the message. Me.
Yep.
Well, that's what you do, and this is what these boys here do. It's finding a clever way to put your feelings into lyrics, and then turn that not just the lyrics, because I'm not saying anyone can write good lyrics; they can't. But when you get good lyrics, to put that into a classic sounding song that people fucking love, regardless of what their political views are.
Right.
It's difficult. It's easy to go out there and fucking spurt hate and bullshit. I fucking hate Obama. I hate fucking Trump. I hate the left wing. I hate the right wing. Fucking, that's easy to fucking do.
Exactly.
But to have a mind and appreciate your opponent's point of view, whether you fucking hate it or not, it's a little bit different.
Yep.
Yeah, there's something said to doing it in a clever way instead of, like you said, just I hate this, I hate that. That's
No, yeah,
anybody can do that.
Make people think a little bit.
Yes.
On radio, I'm
Exactly.
really polite.
Exactly.
In person, I'm a fucking dick.
You're not polite on radio.
Yeah, you've been a dick to us tonight. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I could start again. I can get way worse than this.
Yeah, you guys shocked me, Dutchie. It's a good show. What the hell?
What are you trying to say? What happened is a good show.
It's always a good show,
It's
man.
the guest.
Always.
It's the guest. That's
Because I
what
was
made
going to
it.
say, it's the guest. We didn't bring Unit F on. We brought fucking 390.
You don't want to ruin it, man.
Hey, it's about fucking time you came back. We haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, I've been we've been all over the place. It's been kind of a busy little fall and early winter. All kinds of stuff. We've been fighting fires and secret diplomatic missions to North Korea. Oh,
Well, it was good to see you on Saturday, and I'm glad you came by.
No, that was great. Professor and the Batman they were great.
They were awesome.
At the Doll Hut. Y'all got to shorten those damn shows. You notice that people don't last from 2 until 12? Felt bad for the Dirty Priests.
Oh, no, they come. People come. They come in waves. They come and go.
Oh, do they?
Yep, they come and go. We had
All
like
right,
3
well,
or 4 different waves that night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I guess I'm just old. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
well, you're obviously not as old as our guitar player.
What scares me is I'm older than all of you.
Yeah. Young man, as Denny McGahee used to say.
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you what, if you do make sure that show's going on, make sure everybody knows about it. I will forever be thankful for your hospitality at It's Not Dead Fest and sorting that out for Chaotic Radio.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
And again, you know what? You've heard me say it. I shit you not. Unit F in my top 10 of all-time punk bands.
Nice.
Simple as that.
Yeah, Mel.
Right on.
Mel, he said 390 was in his top 5, so just to give you.
I said Unit F's in my punk bands. 390's in the funk bands.
The funk bands. New wave, right? New
Junk
wave.
bands.
New wave.
No, you know what? It's all good. And like I said, I Hate the Government's one of my favorite songs. And just like even playing the other stuff that you guys have been playing on the radio show, you can just hear the riffs. You can hear it's an intangible thing that if you've been around the scene long enough, especially coming from Orange County, somehow you're a good musician and you're still around today. You're bringing that kind of vibe, those riffs, those changes, and I'm just a fucking singer guy. I don't know what the musical terms for it is, but you can hear it in all the really good bands. And 390 to me is that's what makes them solid. Love to see. Look, I can't wait to play with you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
We're looking
can't
forward
wait
to it.
Yeah.
We really are. Hey, Emil, I'll
And
give you
Dutchie,
my beer
and
tickets.
Kat, thank you for having these guys on the radio because they deserve it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have you. I'll get you some dates to get you back in soon too.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You're the best, man.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you, Mel.
Yeah, thanks a
All
lot, man.
right.
And,
Talk to
and
you guys
see,
later. Have a
and
good
see,
show.
seeing that we talked about party in the White House, we're going to play it for you right now.
Woohoo!
Oh, good. Yeah, Lewinsky's for everybody.
Yay, bring them on.
Sounds like a drink, doesn't it?
Oh, that needs to be a drink.
CIA's on glue, breaking all the quorum. We spit on protocol. The freaks are taking over. They're skating down the hall. There's party in the White House going on. There's a ginger in the West Wing on the lawn. Hey, bikers are driving everywhere. So fuck it up and burn it down 'cause we don't care. No, no. Casey's at the podium, he's giving quite a speech, talking about the need for real anarchy. People want it begin, now we're truly free. Time to be the criminals, the hell with decency. There's a party in the White House going on. There's a ginger in the West Wing on the lawn. Hey, bikers are driving everywhere. So fuck it up and burn it down, 'cause we don't care. No, no, not no more. The place has disrespected us for so long. It's ours now. Don't make your room. Crashing through the world's garden. No more goddamn tea. Take it to the fucking power bastard elite. Find those little worms. Let's beat 'em black and blue. The corporatists, the lobbyists, the politicians too. There's a party in the White House going on. There's a ginger in the West Wing on the lawn. Hey, bikers are driving everywhere. Lewinsky's for everybody. You know what? We don't care. No, no. War on terror has become a war on sanity. Reach across the aisle and make a friend.
It's raw, it's uncensored, it's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
Chaoticradio.com. And that was Party in the White House by Unit F.
You can carry on talking. You don't have to wait for me.
Looking at
I'm
you.
fiddling with my buttons here.
We're live in studio with 390 on A Beautiful Disaster on chaoticradio.com. Go to the Play Store and download our app if you haven't. We are also live on YouTube. I think we forgot we were live on YouTube, all these cameras, yeah.
Really?
Hope you weren't doing anything bad for the cameras under the table there.
Wasn't
I
picking
was
my
grabbing
nose.
Eric's
or
leg.
Yeah, now you tell us.
Yeah, take your hand off his leg.
Yeah.
There's a camera behind you.
It's cool. It's really cool when you get them. You mention one band and another band is actually fucking listening, you know?
Yeah, that's way cool.
That was one of your songs, wasn't it? I use that every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So stop bugging me.
Yeah, that's why I use it.
Please stop bugging us.
It's cool that when you get a conversation like that and two bands are interacting because you're doing the same kind of shit, you know? How much of your stuff, how much of it is political and how much of it is just fun? And how
well,
political are
it's
each
all
of you
fun.
individually?
Individually political?
Yeah.
Usually,
Fuck
usually I tangle up the words.
I know, yeah.
Well, 100% is fun. So but
It's fun no matter what.
no matter what. I mean, we're just a fun band. But
Don't look at me like that. Yeah, it's like, I'm not
He
gonna-
doesn't believe you.
yeah, you weren't showing me the love there. But the newer songs tend to been more political. But in a like Ron was talking before, we're not in your face. We don't preach it. It's in the background of the music. But if you dive down into the lyrics, you'll get it. We try to write from a middle of the road standpoint that people from the left and the right can both grab meaning from the song. Because I'd say we are more libertarian than anything as far as the views going forward. So yeah, most of the songs that we're writing now tend to have a little bit of a political slant, but it's not really aimed at one side or the other. It's more about
Do the
the
lyrics come
fucked up
from?
shit that's going on.
Do the lyrics come from all of you?
Pretty much Ron.
Yeah.
Because I think it's cool that you could sit down there and go, "Oh fuck, did you see what happened today?" And you just throw an extra line or change the lyric, or because it's so animated right now, politics.
Oh yeah, there's lots to write
Very
about.
animated.
But
It's like
That's a good word,
It's
wasn't
like a cartoon. Yes, it is.
It is.
It's a meme, like you
It's a
said.
meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you touched on something earlier. It's like we just can't no longer have a discussion where we don't get pissed off at each other. It's like this guy standing to my left over here, you know, we used to argue all the time. Okay, he's an atheist. I was always pretty much a believer. And we'd always argue. We'd get in the most fiercest fights. Spit on myself. And but I knew his heart. It was good. And we just went our ways. And I knew he wasn't a bad person. Today, you know, it's like it doesn't matter. You got a view, you're irredeemable. You know, you're just you're just a
Yeah, I
bad
have to- I
person
have to
for
block
having
you
that
and
view.
dislike
it's
you
like-
on Facebook. Or
Yeah,
unlike you
I
on
was
Twitter.
just gonna say,
Block.
right?
Block you. Yeah.
Where does that happen? Is a big point.
Yeah,
where does it
yeah.
happen?
I think it's because we don't know each other anymore. You know,
a lot of those people,
or we don't take the time to know each other.
It's all surface.
and
all
there's
surface.
no person to person. It's a
Right. It's easy to be a
It-
dick behind the
right,
screen.
and especially if
Internet
you ain't
warrior.
got the if you were man to man, right, and you were having that same conversation, would you fucking have the balls to spout that hatred and shit to someone?
No.
Yeah, that is a great point.
If me and you are having a political argument and I fucking hate what you say, but we're doing it in person, it's gonna be a more civil.
You know why? Because you don't want to get your ass kicked because that guy might kick your ass. So you're
Right.
civil. But when you're behind a keyboard, okay,
you're the toughest.
yeah,
motherfucker in the
exactly.
world, yeah.
You know, and you don't care about repercussions. No, that's a great point.
That's
And
easy to be a bully.
Yeah, exactly.
Keyboard warriors.
And that's what happens, whether it's some guy on late night TV just spouting off, you know, and that's what I didn't like about Trump during the primaries. You know, if he had talked that way to anybody else in the street, he'd get his ass kicked,
Yeah.
you know, and that goes for Stephen Colbert, whoever it is. You know, these guys are brave behind their microphones, you know, but would they talk that way in front of somebody that would, you know, give them an ass kick?
Yeah, I mean, I would never talk to you. I would never say to you in the middle of a conversation, you know what? Fuck you. Trump's a fucking dick. You're a fucking idiot for thinking what you think. What the fuck are you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. Because you know what? Yeah, just like you said, there's a chance the next fucking word you say is a right fist.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
You wouldn't do it. Out of respect as a person. So why
Even
does...
without the threat, you're not going to be as big a dick to somebody that you're talking to in front of. I mean,
No.
you just have a little more civility is the
Yeah.
word I think you were looking for. You couldn't say earlier.
I get to cut and edit these shows. I'm not,
You're gonna edit that out. Nah, leave it in. That's what makes it chaotic
I'm
radio.
gonna, you can, all of a sudden it's going to go civil. It's a civility. No, but you're right, you know?
No, I think it's a big part of it. We've become atomized. We've become so distant. And of course, as great as the internet is, it's put a big space between us where, you know, like Ron was saying, you can be brave behind a keyboard. You can say anything you want, and nobody's going to come and get you because you're anonymous. And so this, I think, is a big part of the problem. You know, we don't, you know, we just don't talk to each other. We don't know each other's hearts as we used to know, you know, because when you know somebody, they can be the as furthest, you know, thinker, you know, whatever, on the left, right as you are, but you know them, and you know they're not a bad dude, so you're not going to think bad of them. But when you don't know them, you just start, you think the worst of them.
And things get taken out of context and misconstrued in messages because you can't see facial expressions
Exactly.
and you
Yeah,
can't read
yeah.
exactly. Like when you're talking face to face, you see the body motion, you see the face, but in the typing, you can't see it. You have pictures of cats making different things that you can post, GIFs or whatever, but you can't see the actual person to person expression. That was a
No, that's
close
very
one.
true. That's why, like, I hate texting. People like to text back and forth. But you don't know someone's tone in a
Yes.
text. Sometimes
No, there's
you,
no
you
emotion
mis-
in
You
text.
misread the tone
can
in
turn
a
into an
text.
argument
You can
easily,
turn it into
yeah.
this mean-ass text, and the person was just saying something very simple to you. You're right. When
You
you're
can't change. You can't change the tone of your songs, right? And that's one of the great things. Listen to your songs, right? And you spend time in the studio. You spent time with your producers, and you know what we listen to is what you're saying in music, you know, and you can't argue with that. It's you know, it's that progression from that thought. I mean, writing lyrics it's a pretty fucking special thing to be able to do, to write meaningful lyrics, and then get those into a song. And then when to me, and I've never done it, so you guys have done it. When you write a song like I Hate Government or Pickup Truck or anything that you've written there, and then you get someone's view on it, that must make you feel like you've done something. Whether they hate it, whether they love it, whether it's in between the two.
Oh, there's definitely a great feeling when people respond to your song, and whether, no matter how they respond, just getting a response at all is great. You mentioned Pickup Truck. It's funny, it seems to be a song we get a lot of people that come to our show that like the song, and somebody was asking me, well, what's it about? When I told them, they were like shocked. They were like, that's not at all what I thought the song was about. You know,
What is it about?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's
Getting
interesting.
Getting hit in the head by a drunk.
It's actually well, it is about getting drunk. The original lyrics were, I think they've changed, but it's
What were
it's,
the-
it's
what were
really
the
it's a,
original
it's a,
lyrics,
it's
Eric?
I was born in the back of a pickup truck. My daddy got drunk, and my mother, she got fucked. Although we never said it because we were a PG band back then, because you couldn't say anything like that. Now we have internet radio; you can
Now
say
you
what
say
you
whatever
want.
you want, yeah.
So, but the song really is actually kind of about abortion, whether to have an abortion, not to have an abortion, and it goes on, which is kind of an interesting, and it kind of evolves from that into, you can take it a couple different ways, but the song, for most people that hear it, I was born in the back of a pickup truck, they don't even think about, it's just, oh, whatever. And so it was interesting when they come up to me and ask what it was about, and I said, well, it's actually a song that was kind of dealing with abortion, young couple having sex in the back of a pickup truck, and now she's pregnant, now what are they going to do? And so that's, actually, I think they disliked the fact that now they knew what it was about.
God, I'm not even going to smile when I play that song anymore.
Yeah. So, but like I
Thanks
said,
for fucking that up for me, Dutchie.
sorry.
That's my pleasure.
Don't tell the drummer. Don't
You
tell
have no
Mike, 'cause
idea
Mike
now
has
how
no
much
idea what the song says. He thinks it's about a drunk guy hitting
He's
somebody
probably
in the
not
head,
even
so.
sure of the words, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you know what? When people do know, then it stirs some controversy.
Yeah, it definitely can.
You know, and people start. It makes them think about it. You know, whether they're pro or anti or whatever it be.
Exactly, and that,
you know?
and again, going through the writing, and when Ron wrote the song, it's should I have the kid or should I get rid of it? No judgment on should you have the abortion, should you not. You can look at it as from either side on that one. Should I have the kid?
Yep.
Should I get rid of it? Life's going great. Why put the skids on or whatever we say? It's basically saying, things are going great. Now this is going to change our whole lives, and what should we do? And it's not making a judgment either way. You can be pro-abortion or you can be pro-choice.
You wrote
And
that
it-
song.
Ron did. I wrote the music for it way back in the day, and then I think the first verse was actually written by Gary, the old singer, and then Ron wrote the second verse and the bridge.
So
was it true story?
I'm
No,
gonna ask
hey,
that.
Dutchie, he had a pickup truck. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Why don't we hear the song?
Don't blame me.
I like
Fucking
this
hell.
song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm here to ask some questions.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
ask it.
no, every song's you got a little poetic license there. You have to add some stuff to it and make it better than the real story would have been.
KatekRadio.com.
Beautiful Disaster. This is Pickup Truck by 390.
jaded and a whole lot out of touch. Society said it would not amount to much. It's your life. Don't do it. What's the matter? Don't do it. It's your life. Don't do it. It's automatic. You'll have the kid or you'll get rid of it. You say life's great, so why put the skins on it? I've got no money, no future that I can give. So tell me why. Why should I let it live? It's your life. Don't do it. What's the matter? Don't do it. It's your life. Don't do it. It's automatic. Well, I'm not looking for hate, 'cause that's just how we're made. And I'm not looking for the truth, 'cause it's never understood. I'm just sitting in the back of a pickup truck with you. I'm just sitting in the back of a pickup truck with you.
And that was New You by 390, who we have live in studio on a beautiful disaster. This is a wonderful Thursday afternoon.
It's a wonderful Thursday. It is fucking
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
You said Thursday.
I know.
Oh,
I'm thinking of
no.
my beautiful, my Look What Cat Dragged Did
Why?
show.
You fucking hell. Well, how about finishing this one first?
I already had this question.
Bored with us.
She must
Don't
be.
blame her.
Jumping ahead
Don't blame
already.
her,
Yeah.
I wish it was Thursday.
But you know what? You play 390 on that show.
All
don't
the
you?
time, at least once a show.
Thank you.
And we appreciate
Just
that.
once. That's it.
Once. I think there was a time when I played 2 in a row. Yeah.
Bullshit. Kat.
No,
Don't
I do.
try and fucking-
I do.
Don't try and snuggle
I
up
do
to him.
little blocks
I
every
played a
now
whole
and then.
block of you.
I played your
I
whole
played
album
2.
straight through.
Nah,
Twice.
just 2.
But you know what? Yeah, but big shout out to your Thursday show because you do kind of what you guys are doing on YouTube with bringing in as many bands from unsigned bands as you can possibly bring in and play them on the radio
From all over the world.
from all over the world. Yeah. Who was the band where the guy worked at the Guitar Center in Rancho Cucamonga?
That was
Do you remember
War
the name of
Boy.
them? War Boy.
Yeah, that's the one with the Donald Trump song that you were singing.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
why I remember. That's why I asked you because I remembered that. Anyway, that was just a little bit of bullshit information. But that's what we do. That's what you guys are doing with it with that YouTube channel. What's the name of the YouTube channel?
It's just, excuse me.
Don't cry.
Yeah.
It's
He's
emotional,
thinking
I
about
know.
pickup truck.
You know,
Are you gonna play some punk walk?
Yeah.
you guys are walking
That's
home.
that was another interview we did. Sorry, that's an old reference there.
Yeah. It's just right now, it's just 390 Band. That's what it's called. So we don't have an official title, but you go on there, you can see a lot of cool interviews. We actually interviewed a really cool guy from Fullerton, Bill Evans. Was in a lot of punk bands back in the 70s.
Naughty Women?
Naughty Women, yeah. He owns the
Black Hole Records.
Black Hole Records,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
So that's the kind of stuff we do. We're trying to get as much as punk activity as we can on this channel, just to help the
And you were
cause.
just talking early about John Easdale. He's like the first interview you guys did.
Yeah, we
on the
did him
channel.
also.
Rama,
yeah, John Easdale.
He's such a
Yeah.
great guy.
No, he's a really cool
good
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did him as well. Yeah.
It's amazing to me, and it shouldn't be, but it always is, no matter who I interview. The bigger the star, and I say star because you know what, we all kind of dream as kids when you get behind a mic that people are going to buy your music, that you're going to end up being that person, being on Top of the Pops in England, being on whatever it was over here, that you see your name up in lights. Yeah, fuck it. Yes, it is. That's what we do. You pick up a guitar as a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old. Fuck, what a dream. And then you make it, and it may be only for one song, right? John Easdale and Bananarama and Clive Farrington from When in Rome.
Bananarama. Jarama Rama.
I didn't say Bananarama.
You did say Banana. I thought you're gonna like pull 3 different bands together here.
No, well, we almost had Bananarama, but remember what
Yeah.
happened with that? But that was Bow Wow Wow. Yeah, never mind.
Now we're all fucked up. Bananarama.
No.
There was a Rama in there. Fuck off. Leave me
Rama
alone.
Rama.
It was
All
close.
those Ramas are the same.
Same
Oh,
era.
don't say that. But the fact that they so appreciate that, they're living off of one song publicly. As artists, they do the most amazing fucking music. I mean, John Easdale sat there and played the most amazing
Her
acoustic
songs are beautiful.
with so much fucking passion that I fucking sat there and started crying.
Yep.
It was that fucking good, and that much love for his country.
God, he's got a lot of great tunes. Even the album with anything on it, it's a great album. We played with them once, and it was kind of cool. He came out, they started playing, and about the 4th or 5th song, he played anything. He goes, here, so now you can all leave, those who came to hear this one song. And he played it early in the set instead of saving it to the last song or for the encore. And I thought it was kind of unique because most bands don't do that.
It is unique, and you know what? It's kind of a cool thing to do. Maybe even open with it, right?
Yeah.
And go, there you go.
There it is.
Right now everyone's really pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However, there is that chance that you fucking lose them, right?
Yeah, they could all walk out the door. Hey, that's the
Yeah,
song I
but
came
then
to hear.
remember we played with the Lemonheads, and they wouldn't play Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah,
At all.
It's like
Really?
no, they didn't play it. It was like
See,
well,
now I'm
They
sorry,
never- they
guys. You
never
know what?
do.
You made the most fucking money off of that. You owe it to the
Right.
paying public.
Yep.
but it's not
And,
their
and that's
song,
one of the biggest.
and they won't do
I don't
it.
give a fuck whose
I know,
song it is,
exactly.
And that's one of the things about bands. that sometimes pisses me off. And great discussions. We had that discussion with Jack from TSOL. The only time I've seen TSOL was about a year ago, and they just released a new album, and they made it crystal fucking clear. We're gonna play the whole new album tonight, and the crowd were. And then they played their old fucking. And the crowd went mad, and he stopped and he went, I already, you knew what you were coming to see. I'm not going to apologize for it. I mean, he was really to the point, right? And so then we get lucky enough to talk to him about it. And he's like, that's my new music. I'm not stopping playing my new music, and I want to get it out there. And I do understand that. But at the same time, don't come if you don't want to hear it. And he did make it crystal clear. When you bought a ticket for that show, you knew that show was a record release of the new album.
Yeah, but at the same token, those people showed up because of the old material and not to play any of it. So you say he did play some
No,
of
he
the
did.
old-
No, he played a lot of it.
Yeah, I remember early going. We went to a concert way back in the early '80s. It was a Cure back in the day, and they didn't play one song. That was
Really?
pop-
That'd be disappointing.
They didn't
to-
play
to go
"Kill
to.
An
horrible.
Arab." They didn't play "Jumping Someone Else's Train." They didn't play even "Boys Don't Cry." They didn't play nothing. At the time, they had the hit on the K-Rock, "Let's Go to Bed" or "Let's" whatever that song was.
Did they play that
They
one?
didn't play that one either. And so
Really?
the people
No
that-
Love Cats, no nothing.
it was before Love Cats, but yeah, they didn't play any of their hits, and it was at the Perkins Palace back in the day in Pasadena, and we're at the show, and they didn't play any of their popular songs, and that it struck a chord with me. I said, I'll never, as a musician playing in a band, I will never do that.
Never.
I will never go on stage and play what I want to play. I'll go on stage and play what the people came to hear, and we can sprinkle in a few songs that we want to do. And if we had a new CD that nobody heard of, then let's do 4 or 5 songs off that and all the old stuff.
When you release an album as a superstar artist, that album goes out around the fucking world, right?
Right.
You don't need to play to your 2,000 people out of the fucking billions around the world your own masturbation songs. And that's what it is. This is my new fucking song. You're going to listen. I could not agree with you more. Yes, I know as an artist you want to play your new music, but hey, put your new music out. Maybe we fucking hate it because it wasn't any fucking good, right? Maybe we just don't like it because you're living off of what you created 30 years ago. And if you're going to continue to fucking live off of what you created 30 years ago, and I'm going to pay 30, 40, 50, $100, I want to fucking hear that.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a new album if it's good enough. If it's not, then don't fucking play it to me. And I learned that. And
Especially with the high ticket price,
Right.
though, too.
Well, a good example of that is I had a friend he's totally into Depeche Mode from about '80s, and he went and saw their new concert, or their new tour.
that was recent. That was at
Just
the Hollywood
recent,
Bowl
just a month
2
or
months
two
ago.
Yeah, he went down to San Diego. They didn't play any of their hits, none of them.
I would have been terribly disappointed.
He said they went back to
Yeah.
some '90s stuff, late '90s stuff that still wasn't good, and the whole new album, it sucks too. And that's all they played.
Why?
Yeah, why? You're Depeche Mode because of the '80s songs, not because of your '90s and 2000s
I saw him in the
songs.
80s all the time, in early 90s, but
Yeah.
after that, I just...
But that's I just don't understand that philosophy. At least if TSO came out and said, "Hey, here's what we're doing. We're playing our."
Well,
whole
they
new
did.
album,"
That's the
then
thing they
that's
did.
fine.
If they sold tickets, build on that, then
Then fuck you as a fan that complain that you listen to the
Right.
new stuff.
no, then
I do it both ways, and that's
Yeah.
why I said I think what Jack Grisham did that night with TSOL
That's okay.
is okay. It's way okay because they made it crystal clear. This is the record release tour of our new album. We're playing it all.
He gave a heads up.
Give you the heads up.
Speaking of which, can we plug something really quick?
Yeah.
Speaking of TSOL, coming up is the Rock to Walk Me Home, the Nardcore show, which is January 6th at the majestic, beautiful Ventura Theater. And that's TSOL Stalag 13. Ill Repute, The Bastards, The Grim, Boxhead's The Big Problem, and Civil Conflict. And Dutchie and I are going to be lucky enough to MC the entire show.
oh wow,
So that's going to
There
be
was
really
$390
cool.
on that bill.
Yeah.
Well, the producer of that show just messaged me and said that he's listening to you guys and he's a new fan.
oh,
So
great.
I'll make sure he
Awesome.
gets your music. I'll send him. I'll send him
And
your music.
we'll play anywhere, anytime.
That's nardcore stuff though.
No,
Don't be scared of anything.
No, that's you guys are going up to Ventura,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the whole nardcore thing. Yeah, Oxnard punk.
yep.
I tell you what, one of my favorite cities to go and spend a weekend in is Ventura.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right.
Great scene up there.
You know, I was doing it as a soccer coach, right? And my fucking people never even asked the question as to why. Why are we doing a fucking tournament in Ventura? Number one, because I'm on the beach. Number two, you pay for my hotels. And number three, there's some fucking good bars to see some punk bands in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of good bands come
Yeah.
out of that area.
It's a fucking great fucking city. The traffic sucks coming home on a Sunday lunchtime.
Oh god.
I hate going up there
Yeah.
and back. Yeah.
But it's worth it. It really is. Fucking gorgeous.
And that's going to be a
place.
great show for a good cause. It's a fund, help fund no-kill animal shelters.
Oh, I can't wait.
Awesome.
I mean, me after the show, me and you were going to do a little video, and promote it and get that video out there on Facebook, because it's such a forget the bands, right? I say that no, don't forget the bands, but forget the bands. It's a great cause. It's funny how fucking a cause for dogs is bringing so many people together. It's
It
almost
does.
like they
There's
go,
a lot of animal
fuck the
lovers."
people. The dogs don't care.
People suck. Animals are innocent.
Yeah, they love you unconditionally.
That's right.
How about we get a government full of dogs?
Hey, it
Might
could
be
be. It
better.
couldn't be any worse. That's right. Yeah.
It'd be a good scrap every now and again with a fucking chihuahua going off. It's a fucking British bulldog.
Oh, good Lord. Listen to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Al Malloy back there, and Sound on 390 live in studio.
We didn't play Addicted yet, did we?
That's a good
No,
song. We
no.
should play that one.
We should.
Yes.
And then after that, I think there's only one more. Well, that could be it.
No, we got Stop Bugging Me. Yeah, there's one more.
That's right. So we've only got 10 minutes. Let's do this shit.
Let's do it.
Because your music is so relevant and so fucking good that I think playing your music is going to get people out and about more than listening to you and us bullshit. Especially Cat.
I want you here and I want you there if it's okay. I really don't care. The reasons are not clear. You ripped up my heart and you let me bleed. Well, that is something I really don't need. Something I don't need. 'Cause I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted to you. I'll let you go if you return. 'Cause if you do, my life is ruined. I can't let you go. The reasons are clear and so am I. 'Cause if you go, I will die. I will surely die. 'Cause I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted to you. I want you here and I want you there. If it's okay, I really don't care. The reasons are not clear. You ripped out my heart and you let me bleed. Well, that is something I really don't need. Something I don't need. 'Cause I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted. Well, I'm addicted to you.
Stop Bugging Me by 390 on chaoticradio.com.
That was the whole album we played. Punk Resurrection by
Yeah.
390.
That's awesome.
You can get that on YouTube, right?
No, on
iTunes.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Or you can just
You
come
can
to
watch it on YouTube.
You can come to a gig and we'll just give you a CD.
Yeah.
Banana
We're
Rama.
lousy businessmen. We just give them away.
No, it's good to give out your music. There's a lot of bands that do that.
Yeah.
You fucking hell. YouTube and iTunes is great nowadays for bands like us, right?
Well, the only problem is fewer people go out. They just sit home and watch bands on YouTube.
That is the
And they
problem,
don't
yeah.
go see the live
Or
shows.
they watch the live videos
They live
on Facebook.
live videos, yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, I don't have to go out. I can just watch it
I
on
don't
Facebook.
know. Really? You think so?
Some people watch a lot of YouTube. I mean, a lot of YouTube.
I do
So-
cat videos.
Yeah, we got definitely.
So,
Cat Monroe videos?
The
That
furry-
too.
Oh,
That's a god.
do you have a list of shows lined up, or is it just the one that we're open to see on the 5th?
One and one more on the horizon, right, Ron?
Yeah, February 17th at the Regal Inn. Neckbreaker, Skeleton Bay, The Idiots, 390. and
Which
the one-
Regal
That's
Inn?
a
The
good
one
show.
down
The
there
Whiny
in Long
Pussies.
Beach? Is it in Long
Yes.
Beach?
Regal Lakewood.
Yeah, Regal Inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like
That's
that.
a cool little place.
And I'm sure we're gonna
Yeah,
we'll
it's
sprinkle in
fun.
a few more shows. We don't usually go more than about 2 weeks without playing, but right
Yeah,
now
we wanna-
we've got a little break.
We want
for
to
the
focus
holidays.
on the social media. Want to do some more videos, get our YouTube channel going again, and we'll be playing a lot and go in the studio as well.
Yeah, I got that recording coming up. So
That's what I'm looking forward to. Is fuck your live shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've seen you live before. We know what we're getting. I want to.
Exactly.
I want the new
Fat
album.
old
I want the
bastards,
new
yeah.
album. Yeah.
But they're so good live, though.
Well, we know they are. We know they're good, but I want the new album. I want the fucking.
Yeah,
I
me
want the
too,
music
me
to play
too.
in the car. I want to play it on the shows. You know, I say this to many bands, like it or don't. I'm not going to fucking change what I tell people. I want your music. You got one album. I want more.
And we're gonna,
Simple.
And that,
You know?
we're gonna take that to heart. We're gonna go make some more music.
Because it's so fucking good. So fucking good.
thank
thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
You know, and again, I say that it's my style. Some people will hate it. Some people love it. That's my style of music.
Everybody
That's-
has their own opinions.
Yeah.
Well, because we were influenced by late '70s British rock, British punk. So I think
Yeah.
that's what I think you're probably
The
hearing
Jam.
that a little bit.
Oh, one of my first. That was the
Jam.
first ever punk show I saw. was
Incredible
Stiff-
Stiff Little
band.
Fingers,
Yeah.
Buzzcocks, Undertones, all that cool
I'm
stuff.
gonna really quick. I'm gonna plug my Christmas show. My Friday Christmas show has now turned into 4 of us doing it. Myself and Brenda, who normally do it, and then Dennis Walsh from the Crowd is going to be
Oh, that's
with
awesome.
us. It's not an interview. We're hosting. We're doing this together. And then when Ryan fucking Pena heard about it, he's like, "Get the fuck out! I want to fucking help you." I said, "Do it." He's like, "I'm on vacation." So there's going to be 4 of us in the studio.
That's gonna
on,
be good.
On Friday the 22nd of December. It's going to be nothing but old school punk rock Christmas songs.
Nice.
Well, and you know your Pogues thrown in, and some of your, we might throw some fucking Gary Glitter Christmas songs in there.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
The Jam has some Christmas songs.
Do you know what a dirty Santa Claus is?
Do I want to?
Do you ever use Urban Dictionary?
You and your Urban Dictionary. Oh
I
my
can't
god!
help it because it
You're
fucking
addicted
cracks
to
me.
that, aren't you?
It cracks me up, right?
I'm a dirty bastard, and I don't even know what a dirty Santa Claus is.
I'll tell you what it is, right? Carry on talking for a second.
Sounds like a dirty
Yeah,
Santa.
he's been posting.
We're all waiting with bated
Yeah,
breath.
I
Yeah,
know,
he's, if you have to look it up. You pull it out. You don't even know.
Can
what it
you
is.
show the picture on the live YouTube, or will we get censored? We'll
It's
be in
when-
jail.
This is what a dirty Santa Claus is. It's when a mole Santa picks up and places an innocent child on his lap close enough to the zone to grow a chubby.
Dutchie, that's bad.
You can never be too sure when your unsuspecting child might be participating
No.
in a dirty Santa Claus. Stay away from moles in December.
I feel bad for laughing at that.
That's terrible.
This one's worse.
Oh, God.
You can read that one. Maybe not.
I like that one better than the other Dirty Santa.
KXRadio.com. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Yes,
you for the fun.
390 for coming into the studio.
It's been a pleasure. Fuck it. I'm going to play out with one of your songs that you've already played anyway. But why not?
Why
you.
not?
KXRadio.com. We'll be back. Cat's here on Thursday.
You're here on.
I'm here on Friday.
Oh, and also unplug one more show. Friday night at D Piazza's, I'm hosting the Shriners Children's Hospital benefit with the Corn Doggy Dog,
nice.
Brian Coakley, Full Tilt Trio, Sloka, and I think it's Dead 96. It's $7. Come have pizza. Come watch the bands. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome.
Love you.
Love you too.
Talk to you soon.
Okie dokie.